You're doing your best, Craig, and it's fucking embarrassing.
I have actually been trying to think about this more. I've been trying.
Embarrassing?
No.
Doing your best.
Trying to
Being an idiot.
like right now is a
Trying to formulate a sentence.
perfect. I've been trying to think like people are actually doing their best, and it's helping. Like when I get frustrated with people, because like they what seems to me like completely incompetent. I'm trying to remember like they are really just doing their best, and it's really helping me out. Not be so angry. I think here's why having a point of view like this is important, right? Because like we have a tendency to absolutely eat our own, and from it's been 20 years since I've been in the fire service, and like I've seen this happen again and again. You have bright-eyed, bushy-tailed young kid who's excited about the job. They just got here, and like now I'm seeing it in all these academies. No recruit I've seen wants to be a piece of shit. And then somehow we morph them into pieces of shit that become lieutenants, battalion chiefs, fire chiefs. Like, what happens? And
I don't think it's all on us.
Hold on. I think hurt people hurt people.
Yeah.
Right? So, this person was so hard on me and showed me like, every time I did something wrong and I'm learning a new skill, I get yelled at. Well, that must be the way to do this. And if you can have a mindset of like, this poor guy, instead of being mad at him, like this motherfucker, that poor guy, man, he must have had a really tough probation or a couple years or he's going through a tough spot. And then you move on and you don't let that get into you of being bitter and hating the job and, admin's fucking bullshit, blah. If you can just be like, man,
just break the cycle.
That poor guy. I wonder what he was like in the academy. I bet you he was like a nice dude. And then you just move on and like create your own way. If we can start to do that, I think we can start breaking up some of the negativity that is in every single department, right? Because that person who's like,
here is sometimes the difference though.
Okay.
The bright-eyed, bushy-tailed kid you talk about, he wants to be really good.
Yeah.
Right? Wants to learn, wants to like be good at this, right? I think sometimes the person you're talking about may have been that at one point, but a lot of times the ones that we talk about that are like seasoned, tenured, they don't give a fuck. And that's where the problem is. Like if it's hard to give a person a pass if they don't themselves care. It's I can give a guy a pass that he cares and he's trying and he like he really wants to be good. Okay.
I'm not saying
But I'm not going to say I'm going to treat a guy like shit.
No, but like what I'm saying is that I think if you can picture that person, that person who is like your biggest enemy at times, and I've had them, right? Getting hazed and all that sorts of stuff. If you can just picture them inside the academy as like some guy who's just like really excited, you almost just have pity on him. And it doesn't affect you that much because you don't see them as like this person that deserves your energy. You're just like, oh man, that guy, poor guy. Like he really just gave away an entire life, it seems, because he's all bitter and let that happen. Like I'm not letting that happen to me. Like I just feel bad for you, man. And then you move on. I think that's how you break the cycle of the poor leadership, the poor mentorship that you might have in your department. Just be like, oh man, I feel bad for you.
But a big element to that is making sure that the new guy doesn't get treated like that.
But I think I agree. But the way to do that is like you have to break the cycle at some point.
Right.
And I think seeing those, like I will call them bullies for lack of a better term, as just hurt little kids, it takes away their power. At least for me, where I'm like, oh man, you poor guy.
Yeah, and I mean honestly, it would be the new guy's responsibility to just come in and have the wherewithal to ignore that.
Yeah.
hopefully you have the maturity and life experience where you can go, I've seen this before, and it's not
me.
certainly not my problem. I'm just going to keep working hard. The other side needs to just go, I'm moving on from this.
Yeah.
And I'm going to be me, do my thing. I think that's part of the solution too.
Yeah.
'Cause maybe part of breaking the cycle would be, I guess, coaching the youth of the fire service to in one ear out the other type thing. Find out who really is invested in you, pay attention to them, and the other guys just nod and
It's just noise.
Don't let it consume you.
Yeah. Just noise.
Yeah.
But it's my new thing. I'm trying to remember that people are just trying to do their best.
Yeah, I mean, by and large, nobody's showing up to a day at work looking to suck.
Yeah. That's been helpful. Thanks for tuning into the Standard Issue. Get exclusive content and support the show through our Patreon. You can find the link through the-standard.us. While you're there, check out our premium gear and links to our sponsors. Don't forget to subscribe, share, and leave a review. Till next time.